Yes. Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey at Red Color, and
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
we collectively read on 5 energies for the day: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read 5 cards. Nancy Jean reads 5 crystals. We both offer tarot cards. We both offer physical goods in the physical world. I paint and dye textiles and t-shirts, etc. Nancy Jean has gardens, which is what you see in front of you, as well as grids.
I'm going to show a grid because
Exactly.
people are like, what the hell is a grid?
What's a grid?
This grid is based on a reading I did for a young man, and it's called Synergy.
It's pretty.
And it's bringing disparate elements together and creating a new life and a new energy force out of it. And that's what he got. And the way you get what your reading is you contact me. It's on my website at crystaldirections.com. And you arrange a reading. When we do the reading, we use some special cards. We decide what the energy is that the universe thinks you need for your grid. I take that input and create grids out of raw stones and crystals. And then I teach you how to fire it up. And it's kind of works like a little engine that pumps behind you and helps you get through your day. So that's what we do. It's like a permanent reading.
Right. And, so we're both basically offering one-of-a-kind things, because all the things that I make are one of a kind.
Yes.
All the scarves and bags and t-shirts, etc. are all one of a kind as well.
Okay.
So, yes, and please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. And if you'd like to become a member of my channel for $2.99 a month, you get to access the members only weekly readings by sign.
Very good.
I think that's enough of the
that's enough of the commercial. If we didn't tell you what we do, you could never benefit from it, right?
Exactly.
Well, you just, oh my God. Yeah, this is gonna be a bitch of a day.
Huh?
I've got a whole bunch of stones sitting in false.
That didn't fall?
No,
they're all in one place. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, all 3 of those lined up in false.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
But
all right. So
I always tell you how to work with it. So
I get this sense of balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get this sense of balance and this sense of, there could be like, I feel like there's an illumination that wants to come through. However, for mind, that fits with all the false stones. This is, you standing in your own, this is self-imposed mental bondage. This is, telling yourself, I can't do this, I can't do that, this won't work, that won't work, I'm no good. It's all that. It's like monkey mind with the volume and the bass on high. That's what this is. But it's all self-imposed. This is all self-imposed. That's what you need to know. Now for spirit, especially with these other cards, I usually read everything in a really positive way, but this is sort of like not trusting in what you've already planted. It's like you planted a tree in the right soil. It's the right kind of tree for the right climate. And you're like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The only reason I say that is because you get this, and then you also get this, which is like floating around, sort of floating around and not really kind of grasping anything, not kind of grasping, just sort of like not finishing your dream in a way, not finishing, or like beginning something and then in the 11th hour saying, oh, it's not going to work and I'm not going to do it anyway. It's not the kind of reading I usually give.
No,
anyway,
it's not mine. My garden.
I know. And then I get, so I'm actually going to read him in it, sort of like a not good way either. He could be the false knight. He could be the false knight.
Yeah, we've all dated that guy.
Altar.
We've all dated that
the altar. So the only really good card that I have here, because they have to work together, is justice. So, and the interesting thing about justice is just because you don't think it's fair doesn't mean it's not fair. It's like you go to the judge, right? And you want $50,000, but well and good, you really only deserve 10. Judge puts down the gavel and says, you get 10. Right? So I don't know. It's not a very it's sort of a day like you kind of sometimes you have to take 2 steps backwards to take 1 step forward. That's the way it goes. So it feels like a little bit of a backwards day. Okay.
Well, to explain the geography of the garden, it's a 16 by 16, and I toss them up in the air and they can roll anywhere. I had 3 of them hit and false. 3 of them hit in that. I looked at the edges to see if they dripped over to get me any help out of the path forward or the heart. They all landed in this little triangle of real estate. So this means listen to your body's own signals. The spirit is not yet aligned with the way to move forward, and vision is clouded at this time. That's your clarity. Okay, so now what are the other 2 stones telling you? Well, they're in earth, and this is things that are emerging. And they tell me that final thoughts are being tied to false energy at this time, and that more will be brought forward before you can move forward. So this is basically saying, put the brakes on.
Yeah.
Something's going on up here, that things aren't just aligned right. And the body stone means things in the physical world. So it may not matter what the hell you do. I mean, the world is just not lined up for this today. Normally, this is simply the single most negative reading I've ever gotten out of the garden since I started throwing stones in it in the spring. What I would say is this may be a good day to put the blanket back over your head.
Yeah, don't just sit there, do nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
really, and pick up a book you wanted to read, find some enlightenment, because nothing out of your own energy system is pulling you forward. Now, of course, like you said, this may be a very false prison, the 8 of Swords. You may be able to bust out of this sucker, but quite honestly, those are the 2 largest crystals, and they somehow managed to winch themselves in that teeny tiny space. I can't tell you how unusual this reading is.
Yeah.
And you usually, I mean, Jeffrey and I can find some way to make the cards seem.
Yeah, I can make the worst card like the best card, but
not today.
Well, also this card, it's very hard for me to read this card positively, honestly.
Oh, I can. You're not really tied to anything. It's your own self-illusion. I mean, look at how her hands are tied in that mask. She could lift her hands up and take it off. Yeah. What I always tell people in 8 of Swords is it's a prison of your own making.
Right.
And that means you got to get yourself out of it.
Right.
So if you're boxed in like this in your head, it might be
you're the jailed and the jailer.
Right.
Yeah.
It may be a good day because new thoughts are emerging and new ways to deal with those thoughts are coming forward to help you out of the situation. You just need to relax and not try to push to something.
Yeah, no, because there's illumination here, but you know how the law works. It works it's never in your time.
No, it's never in. God only knows. I know about that, and we've all been witnessing that nationally. So that's politics, and we don't do that here. So we're going to go by before you have to we're trying to put lipstick on a pig, kids, and it ain't working.
Blessings.
Have a good day.